Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. We have Angelina Mojica here with us. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it correctly. And she's a coach. She runs a nonprofit as well, originally from Texas, but relocated recently to South Carolina. So, welcome to the show. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Angelina Mojica, recently from Texas, and recently relocated to South Carolina. Have a nonprofit called Empower Her Steps. Also a life coach, a certified family life educator, and just a person that's passionate about serving others in her community.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a lot of people here that come to this show and they're sort of talking about, coaching and everything. But what's interesting about you is that you're actually running a nonprofit on this. Yeah. So can you tell us, please, a little bit more about why did you decide to make it a nonprofit and what's your goal in there?
Yeah, I think because I also serve in the child welfare field, I and coming from a childhood past that probably needed someone to talk to when I was younger, I want to be that person for others. And so that's why I've decided to offer this on a nonprofit scale. But it's coaching, it's mentoring, it's providing education and awareness on goal setting and relationships. I just feel like sometimes um, when we're offering that on a monetary scale, it can hinder people from that really need it. And so I kind of wanted to open that up to women and mainly my primary target audience is women, but opening up to women so that they do have a source to start and then eventually can start looking at more of the coaching business side of things and start stepping into that because I just kind of wanted to open that up as a stepping stone to get their feet into what coaching is and then move on from there.
Okay, excellent. And what do you usually help people with when it comes to coaching?
Sure. Like I said, it's primarily women that I focus on, but I've worked with men too, and adolescents as well. So and those adolescents can be both female or male students that I work with. It- I serve that in several different capacities, whether it's a workshop that I'm presenting to a school or a conference that I host for women to come to.
Yeah, excellent. And then, yeah, so what's your goal for this nonprofit for next 1 year?
Well, what I want to do, and I opened up my nonprofit back in the year 2022, and every year since then, I've hosted a annual conference that was open to the community, absolutely free, and would bring women like myself that had stories to tell of adversity, but overcoming and being able to create a life that they so desired and to define success for themselves. Now that I've relocated, that workshop or that conference has gone into a virtual setting this year, and so I was able to actually bring in other women that I've interviewed on my own podcast to provide their expertise through that virtual conference. But my goal is to really start expounding even further and going into different states and going into different cities and bringing that element to whoever is looking for something, um, and not and doing it out of a heart of servitude, not something that I'm trying to monetize just yet. Now, it's not easy to do everything free because I do need like donations and things like that, but it really is collaborating with other women that want to see women succeed. I think my biggest thing with that is women sometimes are the worst when we work together or try to collaborate because we tend to tear each other down or try to compete. And I want to remove that element and really change the world, I guess, in the sense of we need to work together. We need to support each other. I think we can be more successful in that aspect.
Wonderful. And what are some of the challenges that you're facing at the moment?
I think right now, with relocating, is having to build my network, build up my collaborators, and just becoming familiar with where I'm currently at. Coming from Texas, I was born and raised, so I knew a lot of people in that West Texas area. So I was able to network and build that pretty fast. And so changing gears and stepping out of state, it's been that would be one of the challenges, but and then just figuring out who would be open to supporting this cause.
Definitely. And you also mentioned you have your own podcast as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So my podcast started back in 2019 when we were all in lockdown, and I got tired of seeing so much negative things on my social media. And I remember thinking to myself, well, you know what? If I don't want to see negative things, then I need to be the one to put positive things out there. And that's just kind of how it started. Initially, it started with me just kind of reflecting on little things that I would catch in life and turning it into a lesson. And here over the past year, I've opened it up to interviewing others in regards to like life, adversities, relationships, leadership. I've talked with several different in different capacities, and so it's been a fun adventure for me, and it continues to grow. It's on YouTube, Spotify, uh, LinkedIn. I post there, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So all of the platforms.
Sure.
If you look for me, you can definitely find me, Angelina Mojica.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, excellent. And yeah, just before we go, so if someone wants to actually connect to you or find you or learn a little bit more about you, about your more nonprofit, how they can do that?
Yeah, so they can just reach me directly. Angelina, Angelina Mojica, Mojica .cfle at gmail.com is my email, or you can call me directly. 806-407-7656 is my business number as well.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for being a guest. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and your story. And anyone watching us, if you like this episode, drop us a like, subscribe, and also comment below and share it with your friends and family. So we'll see you all in the next episode. All the best and bye bye.